was a difficult week for us. So winning today is really important. Probably more important than the performance, but I was also happy with the performance. I think having only 2 days to rest and some travel, only one training session yesterday, and to play in a little different system is not easy to do. And so compliments to the guys of applying those things they learned yesterday in training into tonight's match against a team full of confidence and a very dangerous team. So I was very happy with the majority of the game. I think managing the emotions in the last, I don't know, how many, 12 minutes extra time, we need to be better at. I think an LAFC team who is a little more clever or savvy in those last 12 minutes wins 3-0 and doesn't win 2-1. And I think that's something we need to learn, something that could have helped in Miami as well. But to close out this week, we're very happy with this performance and result.
And Olivier Giroud didn't get on the score sheet, but he was influential tonight in all sorts of ways. What did you make of what you saw from him, and really what are you expecting from him over the next month or so?
I expect from him the same I expect from every player. Every player has a role on this team, and every player needs to contribute to what LAFC as an organization and what we as a team are here to do. And tonight he contributed in the ways that he can. He fought, he ran, he controlled some of our vertical play very well. He had some link-up play as well. The only thing missing was a goal, and he had a great chance. But if we're getting him in good areas and good spots, and we're getting him chances, and he's creating chances for others, then we're going to be good, and we're going to win a lot of games.
Coach, first, congratulations on the victory. 2 quick ones. 1, 5 matches now in the next 30 days or so. What does that mean for LAFC to be able to get some rest, get some training in? So looking at the schedule long term, and then any update on Maxime Chanel?
Unfortunately, I do not have an update for you yet. I'll leave that to our medical team. It means that we'll get some rest. It means our focus is just on the MLS, and our focus is just on gaining as many points as possible in the next coming weeks. It also means that LAFC will be able to play with intensity every minute of every game we play the next couple months.
Just follow up on Maxime. Was it a head? Was it a lower body? Why did he come off?
Well, there was a clash of heads earlier in the match. After the goal, I actually don't know if there were symptoms or if it's just fatigue. I can't tell you. I do not know. But thank you for asking.
Hello, Coach. During the first half, there were some defensive woes where Yori had to make some key saves. But in the second half, you guys defensively looked more solid. What did you tell your players during halftime to correct the defensively?
Yeah, I know. I think those moments that you're referring to in the first half, I think was just a few moments of mental just lapses. And in-box defending means you need to see the ball, you need to feel the opponent, and or see the opponent, understand where you are in relation to your goal and your teammates. And I thought we're just a little too far away from some of their key players in the box, guys like Martinez or Chicho and Christian Espinoza are predators in the box, and you have to be closer to them. And we didn't find, those gaps were a little too big for me in the first half, and we just closed those up in the second.
Hi, Coach.
Hi.
Both the goals today came off rebounds from the goalie. How often do you implement and emphasize going after rebounds in your coaching?
Yeah, it's part of every finishing drill. When you finish, you don't just shoot and stop. You always see if there's a rebound, and we basically tell our attackers, and in my youth development coaching days as well, for younger players, it's standard. If there is an opportunity to score, no matter if it's unrealistic or easy, always score. Get used to and make it a habit of following the ball, following your shots, and finishing every play possible.
Hi, Coach. Congrats on the win, Sydney. You guys have moved from 9th to 6th just based off this game. And you guys are going to be playing against Portland, who's 7th now. So I was wondering what your defensive strategy will be as you guys are preparing for next week.
Yeah, thanks for the question. Portland is also a team similar to San Jose. They're quite dangerous going forward. They have some prolific attackers, some a potent attack, but also are vulnerable on the other end. And so We need to manage and control their attackers. We need to manage and control them in transition, where they're pretty slippery and dangerous. And yeah, for us, we're not too concerned with the table right now. For us, it's more about just gathering as many points you can until the end of the summer, and then we'll start looking at the table closer to put ourselves in position for playoffs. But for the moment, we're just focused on winning games.
Hi, Coach. How do you help players to minimize hesitation when it comes to scoring a goal?
Repetition. I think on the training field, repetition is very important for them. There's no way to recreate the exact same moment in a game in the training field, but with repetition, you can trick your body into doing things automatically. Muscle memory, creating behaviors and habits and principles of play is how we coach at LAFC. Not so much in strategy or patterns. It's more of behaviors and principles, and I think finishing is one of those. And we try to focus that and put players in positions in training that somewhat replicates the game, but those positions are always going to be different. And if you put the player in the same position every game or in every training session, that rarely happens in a game. And so they really need to be understanding that moments may feel similar, but they're always different. But you still need to treat it in the same manner. And it's a matter of training methodology.
Hi, Gustavo with Mito. Congratulations. If you had to describe tonight's game as a telenovela, who would you say brought the hero plot twist tonight?
Sergi Palencia scored his first goals in 10 years. A fellow outside back, the unsung heroes of a lot of teams, doing the dirty work, and tonight he was the hero. So let's give him his night.
I was going to ask about Palencia, but you answered on that one. So what made you so effective against Chicho and Joseph Martinez tonight? Joseph had one really good chance, but Hugo stepped up to him. But, those guys have been very effective for Bruce Arena so far this season. How do you guys limit them?
Yeah, just being closer to him. You can't give him any wiggle room, especially in and around the box. In midfield, further away from goal, fine. If Martinez and Chicho are picking the ball up in midfield, that means there's nobody up top finishing plays, and I am just fine with that. But in and around the box, you have to get close to them. You have to stress them. You have to deny them from shooting, because they can punish you for a half chance, much like we saw last Wednesday.
Hi, Coach, in the back. With San Diego coming into this league, we see a lot of these San Jose players kind of looking at this game as a rivalry. Do you think that, similar to the Cascadia Cup, Copa Tejas, that we should maybe have like a Cali Cup, something like that, with the 4 teams now in California?
Please don't invent any more cups or games this season, and the schedule is so full. We do not have time for it. If they want to play in preseason, great.
No more games, just like adding up the point tables like they do for Copa Tejas. They like head-to-heads in the league, they add up the points and then kind of give a trophy for that.
I appreciate the creativity, but I think the last thing this country needs is more confusion. We need to focus on our domestic league MLS. I think we need to articulate better what the Leagues Cup means to us and what the Champions Cup means to us. Focus on the U.S. Open Cup, focus on communicating the meaning of those tournaments and how they're played and how things are decided in those tournaments, rather than come up with new ones. But I appreciate the question and the creativity.
2,888 days ago.
Oh my God.
Did you think it would be that long in between goals? And how did it feel when you knew you caught all of that ball and put it in the back of the net?
No, I was telling the guys, maybe I have to shoot little bit more, because the problem is that I don't shoot. That's true that I have a problem with the goal. Even in the trainings, we laugh all the time because I don't score usually. But today was the day. Today was the day, and I shoot it with faith. That is not usually I don't shoot with faith and with convincing that I'm gonna score. So today I changed my mind. I was so focused with the game, the importance of the game, and luckily went in and I could help the team a little bit. So I hope it's not that long, the period without goals, and I will try to improve that.
Hi, congrats on your goal. This is obviously your first LAFC goal.
Mm-hmm.
What did it mean to you to score that goal today?
It's just amazing, and scoring in the 100 MLS game of Ryan Hollingshead is it's just the best. It's like a signal. It's one of the best outside backs, one of the best scorers outside backs that I saw in my life. Has a gift with the goal. He's always well placed in the right time, the right spot. I learned a lot from him in that aspect inside the box, and also it's like inspiring also for me, and that's a good thing. We between teammates we have to learn the good things about the other, and that's one thing that always I admire from Ryan, and today was a little, because of this day, it was a signal that it should happen today.
Hola.
Hola.
¿Cómo llegaste a estar tan abierto para anotar ese gol?
Bueno, pues al final, hoy que hemos jugado con cinco atrás, es un poco más ofensivo. Tenemos que ser más ofensivos los laterales, y bueno, Steve y el coaching staff nos piden que cuando el balón está en el otro lado, lo tiene Denis, que siempre atrae muchas miradas y muchos defensores, hay que llegar al área, hay que darle opciones, hay que estar preparado por si el balón cae, y pues por suerte hoy ha caído y le he podido marcar para adentro, y bueno, al final esto es eso. Yo creo que la clave ha sido esa, que Denis tiene el balón, todo el mundo está pendiente de él, y hace que los demás estemos un poquito más liberados. Eso pasa en todos lados. Cuando Messi tiene el balón el otro día, pues también atrae muchas marcas, o cuando hasta en la NBA tiene el balón el jugador importante, hay otros que están abiertos en la esquina. Así que esto es natural en el deporte, y bueno, por suerte hoy lo he podido aprovechar.
So I have this right. You said before the match to yourself, you shoot with faith. That was an idea you had before the match.
Yeah, it's just if you see all my games here, I shot three times. I never shoot. I always try to find the pass. It's like when I heard the other day, I heard like Draymond Green. What I have to shoot if I have Denis in my side, or Chengo in my side, or Quique Olivera, or Carlos Vela. I pass to them, and let's let them to shoot. They are specialists on that. So that's why I never shoot. I always try to pass to the guys that are really, really good at shooting. But today was so open, wide open, and yeah. One of the things that always is important is have faith, be convinced that you are going to score. You visualize that you are going to score, and today I hit it with the soul, with everything in that important week that we had, and luckily went in.
And you guys were very effective against Chicho and Joseph Martinez. Steve talked about it was space, or not allowing them to operate in the box. Mm-hmm. How do you feel you guys were so successful against them tonight?
Yeah, I think Max, Eddie, and Aaron, they did a really, really good job. It's a good team. It's a good team, San Jose. When you have Chicho Arango and Joseph Martinez on the front, something is going to happen. They allowed a lot of expected goals, but they create a lot of expected goals in the previous games. And they are figuring out how to play, how to be efficient. And this is a team that if we would play with four, we would struggle for sure, because these two guys in front, they create a lot of chances, they move a lot, they are so good in the box, and they will put a lot of things in problems. But today we did a good job. We had the line very high, we pressed them. We didn't let them having spaces, and hats off for our 3 center backs today.
¿Qué tal, Sergi? No te voy a recordar cuántos días habían pasado desde tu último gol, pero cuéntanos, ¿qué sentiste en ese momento cuando sacas el disparo y anotas? ¿Cómo fue esas emociones?
Bueno, pues la verdad que tuve demasiado tiempo. Se me hizo eterno el momento en el pensando el balón, vi que rebotó, vi cómo botaba 2 veces. Y bueno, ahí pensé si golpearlo de interior, incluso pensé hasta en pasarla, imagínate, pero ahí era momento de pegarle con todo, con el empeine. Es un golpeo que como lateral sueles hacer, tanto en desplazamientos, en centros. O sea, es un golpeo que considero que lo tengo muy practicado y me siento cómodo haciéndolo. Así que por suerte ha ido bien, ha ido dentro y bueno, le he pegado con todo, con toda la fe del mundo y encima pues era un gol importante que abría el marcador, así que en ese momento pues no podía fallar.
Tanto Bruce Arenas como Chicho Arango mencionaron tu buen trabajo defensivo que hiciste el día de hoy. ¿Cómo mantener ese momento defensivo en lo personal y grupal para que sigan manteniendo buenos resultados?
Bueno, pues esto es trabajo de equipo. Hoy, por ejemplo, yo creo que hemos sido muy buenos presionando hacia arriba. Sí que es verdad que jugamos contra 5 defensas, con 5 defensas, eso empareja mucho el campo, lo hace prácticamente un 1 contra 1 en todo el campo. Hemos sido capaces de presionarles muy bien, de mantener esa intensidad, de recuperar bastantes balones en campo contrario y aparte de ahí generar goles, como por ejemplo el segundo ha sido una recuperación de Timi que lo ha olido muy bien, lo ha sentido muy bien, recupera, pasea a Oli no consigue marcar, pero marca Denis. Eso te crea muchas posibilidades. Cuando te cuesta tener ocasiones y mover al equipo rival y todo, pues la presión adelantada siempre es una buena herramienta y hoy la hemos aprovechado muy bien. Esperemos poder seguir en esta línea.
Hola, Sergi. Con lo que has contestado a los colegas, ahora, ¿se siente más el hambre de gol o serás asistidor?
Bueno, la verdad que no me acordaba de lo que era marcar un gol y es una sensación espectacular. Bueno, ya te digo, tampoco es una cosa que a partir de ahora me vaya a obsesionar, pero sí que es verdad que, bueno, que si me encuentro en estas situaciones, pues esto te da una confianza extra para, de cara a futuras ocasiones, pues poder, ¿por qué no chutar y por qué no intentar finalizar tú la jugada? Puede ser, pero siempre intentaré elegir lo que sea lo mejor para el equipo. Si tengo un compañero abierto y yo estoy un poco tapado, presionado, pues evidentemente no solo yo, creo que todos tenemos que ser capaces de dar ese pase y de pensar un poco en el equipo y no pensar en nosotros individualmente. Y eso, pues eso es lo que voy a hacer y lo que voy a intentar hacer en el futuro.
Hi, congratulations, Gustavo Mitu. LAFC has a huge Latino fan base.
Yeah.
Your goal, what classic Latino dish would you describe your goal tonight as?
My God. Like, I don't know. Like taco al pastor or something like that. I don't know, man. It was spicy. It was hard. It was good, and I would eat now. I am so hungry. I would eat a nice tacos al pastor. So I would say that dish. But I love all the Latinos fans that we got, all the Latinos dishes, the gastronomy. I love everything from Colombia. That Murillo showed me their dishes, and it's just amazing. I also love Mexican food, so that's amazing, and happy to know more dishes.
Hola, enhorabuena por el gol, le has pegado sabroso. Han tenido un calendario muy complicado.
Sí.
¿Sientes que ahora no será tan complicado el tener que jugar casi 2 partidos por semana?
Sí, a ver, eso cambia. También te digo, ojalá tuviéramos 2 partidos por semana. Todavía seguimos pensando mucho en el partido del del miércoles, cómo se nos pudo escapar, pero bueno, pues son cosas que pasan en el fútbol y por suerte hoy pues hemos tenido la oportunidad de darle la vuelta. Sí, yo creo que nos va a ir bien descansar un poco de todo este calendario, tener más tiempo para preparar los partidos, para entrenar pues cosas que hoy han fallado, las veremos en el vídeo, nos pondremos a trabajarlas y para intentar ser el equipo más perfecto posible. Ahora pues nos toca ir a Portland, que sabemos que históricamente a nosotros, desde que yo estoy aquí es un campo difícil, con los fans que aprietan, un equipo que siempre nos pone en dificultades y pues iremos ahí con todo y con muchas ganas de continuar esta racha y a ver si podemos encadenar partidos buenos y victorias.
Gracias.
Muchas gracias.